The Gambia and Senegal, they couldn't lay hand on all the 500,000. And I was made to understand that I will be going with 200,000 United States dollars.
The managing director, Trust Bank Gambia Limited, Ibrahim Asala, said the two major foreign currency credit payment into Dr. Yaya Jammeh dollar account in his bank are the payment of $2 million in January 2012 and $2 million in January 2013 respectively by the Taiwanese government earmarked for the Jammeh Foundation for Peace. The former governor Central Bank of the Gambia, Amadou Koli, alleged that the issuance of public funds to Yaya Jammeh without following ethical procedures is a precedent he has adopted from his former predecessors.
To the tourism industry that has been compounded with political decisions that cut jobs. The tourism minister could not be more proactive on his briefing to members of parliament.
Another hotel called Wadna, which is being owned by our own business tycoon. And this hotel has been operational for years, denying youths employment, including Fajara Hotel. What is this new government's take to make sure that these hotels are operational either by the owner or they are being leased?
As you are aware, I want to refer you back to history. This hotel was taken over by the then regime, seized, taken over, looted, occupied with millions, over $51 million losses were incurred, which they are now claiming from our government.
From shortfalls of the past to hopes of the future, the tourism minister remains confident that with his new partners, the tourism sector will create jobs and revive the economy.
Cape Verde, that started 15 years ago, is boosting itself with 800,000 tourists, working towards 1 million. Gambia, after 52 years, we've still been on 150. At most we had was 160. You must remember that the FTI group, one of the which moves over 5 million tourists a year, with a GDP of $2.6 billion, left this country. Every effort was made by the then government to bring them back. They refused to come back to this country. In March, I was dispatched with my team to go and meet them in Germany. We met them after 10 minutes of discussion. They agreed to come back to the Gambia.
National Assembly sittings continues.
The 4th of October 2017.
Babukar Kamara, GRTS.
The Gambia Radio and Television Services Monday received ICT equipment donated by the Turkish Embassy. The gesture is meant to enhance the delivery of quality programs. And Sujak witnessed the presentation ceremony and now reports.
State-of-the-art computers with up-to-date printing devices. That is the latest donation by the Turkish Embassy to GRTS. It's a major bid to support the state broadcaster's efforts to effectively deliver quality services and propel its new media project targeting a vast local and international scene. With the broadcaster relying constantly on computers to meet a massive production and editorial demand, GRTS Director General Ibrahim Silla described the gesture as very timely.
We are very grateful because the amount of money spent on these computers is really huge. Since the coming to power of the new government, the commitment has always been there to remodernize the Gambia radio and television services.
DG Silla further outlined that GRTS has opened its doors to partners looking to assist the state broadcaster with equipment to fulfill its growing demand and expansion programs.
The MOU was, should have signed some few months ago, but I think because of the change of the situation and the new Director General who is yet to be confirmed, we are waiting for the process to go through the normal channels in Turkey. Then we could go there, to sign and formalize some of these ideas that we have. And then, in fact, we were to kickstart with the exchange of programs.
Producing efficient and standard content and raising worker motivation for best practices and ethics is the motive behind the donation of computers and printers. That is according to the Turkish ambassador Ismail Sefa Yüzyar.
GRTS is very important. The radio and television institution in any society has a special importance to reach the society.
The Turkish ambassador went on to underscore the beginnings of a new partnership between GRTS and other television broadcasters in Turkey. It is a move that seeks to create a platform for possible content sharing and the promotion of trade ties between the two sister countries.
We are expecting that an invitation from Turkey to be extended to our counterpart here, so that they can visit Ankara and Istanbul. They can have more, wide scope in cooperation with Turkey.
With such a move towards building capacity, the future for local broadcasting is brighter than ever, as GRTS endeavors to overcome development challenges faced in previous years. I am Ansu Jack, reporting for GRTS News.
Victims of last month's flash floods in Kuntaur continue to receive donations from well-wishers. The latest relief came from the Gambian community in Angola. Khadija Tujuwara witnessed the presentation in Kuntaur.
The cash amount was presented to beneficiaries by members of the association at a ceremony held in Kuntaur Wharf Town on Sunday. The donation is geared towards alleviating the plight in the victims in following the floods that hit Kuntaur few weeks ago. The event was attended by members of Gambia community in Angola and members of the community, including the National Assembly member for Nyani, Honorable Alhaji F.B. Silla. In a statement, Honorable Silla described the donation as timely, saying the monies will address some of the challenges currently faced by victims.
We are very much delighted, very much happy the gesture they have brought for us here. And the money was worth of $100,000, and it was a surprise to us. And I think the money also will be very useful for us in the event that we have a lot of problems to address. And this money has come to a time whereby it will be in a very good use.
Silla lamented that everyone in Kuntaur is affected by the floods. He, on behalf of the beneficiaries, thanked the association for the gesture. The president of Angola community, Yaya Jagana, said supporting disaster victims is part of his association's top 5 priorities. He advised his beneficiaries to ensure the donation serve the purpose.
My expectation is to fairly distribute it through to the victims. Gambian community in Angola, it have a long history, because we the Gambian, we are the first people in Angola to create the community.
Aji Yamundao Yabo and Lamin Sise both advised the disaster victims to be patient. They commended donors for the response since the disaster. Reporting for GRTS News, I am Khadija Tujuwara.
Afrinity Productions has concluded its second edition of the Special Movie Awards. It was meant to recognize cinema production in the Gambia. By Ibrahim Cham tells us more.
Attended by a full house of movie moguls from home and abroad, stakeholders in the Gambian movie industry came under one roof to receive awards rewarding excellence for a thrilling year of hard work that has pushed the film industry to a higher pedestal. Awards were delivered under various categories of production that saw Sheikh Omar Sawane going home with the Best Director of the Year accolade. Comedy icon Kitabu Fati scooped a record 3 award that included the Best Male Actor, emerging as the key highlight of the spectacular night. Dada Jawara was awarded Best Female Actress. And finally, the Gambia film industry recognizes the works of a great doyen. Its official veteran visual director Ibu Wage is the father of Gambian cinema.
Putting it on record, this is really not for me. Honestly, I have seen people who have done a lot more than I have.
For his immense support and exemplary role towards the Gambian movie industry, Desmond Finney was honored with a Lifetime Achievement Award.
I'm excited. I'm ecstatic, as a matter of fact. I wasn't expecting this, but it shows that the people of SMA are doing their homework, and it is only up for the Special Movie Awards now. We see a lot of potential. A great many Gambians have won awards tonight, and I know that SMA Season 3 will be a marvelous, marvelous time and a bigger event than we have seen tonight.
The executive producer of Affinity Production, Wilfred Adams, expressed delightful surprise for the rapid growth of cinema in the Gambia and pleaded to the government to continue its support for local films.
Thank you very much. I want to thank GRTS. I want to thank the government of the Gambia under the leadership of His Excellency Adama Barrow for creating that conducive environment. Also, of course, our father of the day for sending PS to represent him, Honorable Ahmad Ba. I feel honored seeing people from all over, from all walks of life, to come here and celebrate excellence in Gambia films. I feel fulfilled.
It was a great moment to reward and recognize the hard work of all stakeholders in the movie industry. A great source of encouragement to emerging stars that will certainly inspire more talent and support for local and made in the Gambia films. By Ibrahim Cham, GRTS Entertainment.
We will take our first break now. When we return, we will take a look at news from outside the Gambia. Stay tuned.
Hey, Ndeng. Hey, you look tense. I mean, what's up?
I can't help it. The internet is way too slow.
Ndeng, why not join the future?
How?
Why not try this?
Wow, that was really fast. Thank you.
No, thank you, sir.
For the first time in the Gambia, QCell subscribers can now enjoy 4G LTE on their 4G-enabled mobile phones.
At Kaiba Avenue,
Senegambia,
Brufut,
Banjo,
Bakau,
and Sukuta.
This means that you can now connect faster than ever before with 4G LTE speed. QCell has a wide selection of 4G LTE mobiles, dongles, and MiFi routers.
QCell's 4G LTE.
To subscribe, dial *335#.
For more information, call 111.
QCell, Sunyu Sim, Sunyu Boss.
Welcome back. Authorities have confirmed that more than 50 people have died and over 100 others injured following a shooting incident in Las Vegas. The number of casualties could rise. 2 police officers are among the injured, and 1 is in a critical condition. Some of the witnesses spoke of their horror as the shooting was underway.
Russell Black filmed the incident while running towards his panicking friends as the shots rent the air. Some of the witnesses spoke of their horror as the shooting was underway.
Please steer clear of the area. We have all the resources from Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department as well as our partner agencies coming down to bear on this situation.
I was inside. We refused to believe it was a shooting until it just kept going and going. And then Chase and Aldine left the stage, and then everybody started fleeing, and we started fleeing. We had to hop a gate to get out. It was crazy. I've never seen anything like that in my life. Yeah, I heard it. Boom, 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 boom. And it kept going. Even after we left, it just kept going and going. It was insane.
As Ethiopia's population grows, so does the demand for housing. While the government is striving to build affordable flats, local and foreign investors are also building more homes to sell and rent. CGTN's Kolita Wanjohi spoke to one local investor who has been building homes for 25 years.
I mean, in any developing country, there is always demand for homes. The trouble is in affording those homes, the productivity of people, what they earn, and the productivity of the construction industry, how we deliver homes in a very long time and in mostly costly ways, has rendered homes unaffordable to the majority of our people.
Now we have the government building condominiums and we have players like you in the private sector. Do you see the government as a competitor?
Well, it's very difficult to say. In Ethiopia, the condo building activities that the government does is mainly subsidized. It is subsidized, not completely, wholly subsidized, meaning it is not driven by market forces. People actually are waiting on a waiting list, hoping that a raffle that the government conducts now and then would they would be lucky enough to draw well in that raffle. Unfortunately, the odds are very much against them, as has been witnessed lately. So the government is a competition in a way of diverting the saving, or those who can afford to wait for the raffle to happen to them, rather than delivering homes regularly at a competitive price. In that sense, I don't think the government is really a major competitor to any private investor in real estate here.
You have been a major player in the real estate industry for over 20 years. You've seen the trends. What would you term as the major challenges that you'd love to be addressed for players in this industry to really enjoy the market?
If we were allowed access to foreign currency and the foreign suppliers' credit, if we were allowed access to by auction to the foreign currency, then if we were allowed access to the what do you call this, development aid, loans and commercial financings instruments, as the foreign direct investment, the foreign investors are. In that sense, if we are given equal chances, definitely competing against the foreign businesses would immediately increase the prosperity of our country as a whole, both for the labor and for the employees and for the employer as a whole. Obviously,
we will be back with the weather report from the Central Forecast Office. Over now to the weather report courtesy of the Central Forecast Office. And before we take leave of you, a recap of today's main stories. Findings into the financial dealings of former President Jammeh has continued as coordinators of M.A. Karafi testify before the Jammeh Commission. The Minister of Tourism and Culture has responded to supplementary questions during National Assembly proceedings. Las Vegas shooting incident has killed more than 50 people and left dozens seriously injured. And Ethiopia's government has pledged to make housing affordable as demand for homes rise due to population growth. Well, viewers, that was all in this edition of the News at 8. Join us at 10 for another bulletin. Until then, do stay with GRTS.
Gambia, and QCell has a great way for fans to follow their favorite teams. QCell's Q Football gives you live updates of your favorite teams, games, including all the goals, scorers, red cards, and more. Whether your team plays in the Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, Bundesliga, Europa, or the Champions League, you will never miss a moment with Q Football service. For live updates, you send your team's name to 411 during a match and you will receive a live match event. You can also send your team's name to 511 to get 1 month news and updates as they happen. For more information, call our customer care on 111. Q Football service. Keep up with the action. Football. QCell. Sunyusim.
At Reliant, being at the forefront in driving financial inclusion, our Women Finance Deposit for Development is dedicated to provide access to finance to women exclusively in the peri-urban and in rural areas. With a wide distribution network, accessing our service is made easy for our customers.
Kabina rajanda abeta sako musola abete abate fil. Mini ke diwon la karamojo o ke bulo fay kel jangela karamojo ay makoy. Mini be kel makoy kan sinkiro la ay makoy.